Day 9. We will be in double digits as of tomorrow and almost halfway through the calendar. Today, this is AD Rattray? AD Rattray. Glen Moray, age 10 years. Single malt, distilled in 2007, cask type, bourbon barrels, region, as you can imagine, Speyside. There we go. Looks so nice. It actually is the labels they have for these are actually really nice. Part of the reason I hold them up to the camera and have it make all those funny sounds. Now, I believe I've had Glen Moray before. I can't remember if that's the bottle I had before a few days ago. It might have been. I don't remember. I didn't bother to check before I started, and I'm not about to check now. But I imagine I will like this one. I hope. And we're actually going to have the whole thing tonight because for once, it's only about 10 p.m. right now instead of freaking 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whenever I happen to actually get these done. So I'm actually doing this earlier in the day. I found the whole problem I feel with something like this where you have to create content or video or recording of any sort every day. That's my phone. Every day is that you have to stop. You have to go throughout your day, just moving forward, getting along. You know, okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe a coffee. You just, for most people, the day just continues to move. And when you have something of this nature, you have to just plunk down, set up, record, finish, complete, and that means uploading and doing all this other stuff I didn't even think about really until I started doing it. It's like, wow, I have to add a lot of crap to this every time I do it. So props to all the people who do this all the time. I do this 1 month out of the year if I'm lucky. So yeah, much harder than it looks. And I can only imagine that people do this every week. Ugh. Or every 5 days plus a Saturday. Hint, hint. Let's see here. This one's actually really light compared to some of the other ones we've had. They actually are still 7 and 8 are still sitting here staring at me. 7, there's 8. I didn't finish them. I probably will finish them tonight because I didn't want to have them sitting around for too long. I have to admit, I did have this a little while ago. This is actually something you can only get around here. Loyal Apple from a distiller slash brewery in my vicinity. It's very good. 9% alcohol volume for something this tiny. Speaking of alcohol volume. This one is 55.7%, which is, as many of these have been, generally higher than expected. Not 60, which is good, but up there. Let's see what we got. Oh, the proverbial apple, or pear, or fruit. Maybe a little flowery. I have no idea what flower. Well, that's not true. There's images of flowers going through my mind, but I honestly am not sure what they are. I suppose the one that people would say is honeysuckle. I imagine Daniel would definitely say honeysuckle. Or he might have in his video, I don't remember. I watched it, but that was probably an hour ago. What else? It's sweet. It smells very sweet. I'm trying to figure out what kind of sweet. My mind is thinking peppermint kind of sweet. And there's that sort of smell to it in a way. I honestly don't exactly know what that means. But when I smell it, part of me thinks candy and the other part of me thinks some kind of peppermint candy, which is interesting. Speaking of candy, going to be extremely sporadic tonight. Most of my videos have been pretty. The last two ones are pretty short and pretty uninformative. But I got these yesterday at the tasting. I had a couple yesterday. They're pretty damn good. I shouldn't be eating candy. But oh well, I certainly will have one of those at some point tonight. Alright. What do we got for taste? The smell on this is really nice, though. This is particularly friendly. This is the type of whiskey you could give to someone who is brandy new, I think. I'm saying that before drinking it, which could be a mistake. It's good. Why is it good, though? That's the hard part. I don't know why. Maybe it's just sort of the stuff that's been ingrained into my thoughts from watching the Whiskey Belt channel for so long. But I do often get some kind of baked good. I don't want to say biscuit. I don't want to say cookie. And I don't want to say buttery because this is a Scotch. And they always kind of associate those tastes with Irish whiskeys. Interesting finish. For some reason, I got an odd taste at the end there after I was talking. Not a bad taste. It seems something like a pineapple kind of feel. I don't know why. I guess this is the interesting part of drinking whiskeys. Just trying to figure it out. But I feel like it goes really fast. Especially with these space sides. I don't know if it's because I've been drinking different kinds of whiskeys over the past year that are much more angry. But I feel like I'm missing things now, which I don't know if I was before, especially in these types, the space sides and such, and lighter ones. But I can get plenty of stuff out of a good Irish whiskey. Typical citrus orange thing. I really wish I had more to go off of. And it is sweet. It is tingly. No, I'm not too bad considering the proof. But I would agree with what Daniel said. It has claws, unlike other Glen Morays that I'm pretty sure I've had. But I honestly can't remember right now. But I'm hoping there are different ones in the future. I know we're not even halfway through this yet. I know Daniel is getting very not frustrated, but I'm sure he likes variety, just like I do. And although I do like space sides a good amount, I'm always interested in trying something that I'm not familiar with or not accustomed to, at least once. Like the Isla's one, or not the Isla one, but the one that was a space side but tasted more like an Isla. That was really interesting because it just boggled my mind to what it was. I actually gave those to my father. I don't know if he's had them yet. I know he's been pretty busy, but I think he'll probably be as surprised as I was with how that turned out. But who knows? Who the heck knows what the rest of this is? I don't look. I don't actually know until the day of, usually around 8 o'clock, when Mr. Whittington posts his video, and I look there to find out. I usually find out there first before I even look at the box myself. So, until tomorrow, which thankfully at least is a couple of hours off this time, Sláinte.